Hello gamers, it's SoftKitty99 and today we're in the HGTV DLC for House Flipper. We're at the job Uninvited Guests. In the last episode we did this beautiful lounge area with the vintage piece belonging to the owner's father, and now we're going to be working on the dining room and kitchen. At the end of the last episode we had a few problems. House Flipper didn't want to respond very well, and it seems to have conflicted itself with the requirements for this job. This particular part of the room, it required us to put white walls, which we've put in, but because we've knocked through into here, it's got confused because once we've painted this whole section with the forest mist, it still wants us to paint the whole of the kitchen with forest mist. And if you paint the whole of the kitchen with forest mist, it then pops up that we need to do 40 panels of white paint. So the two are conflicting with one another, so what I've decided to do is leave the kitchen white and leave this section in the forest mist, which means we'll only have that at 44% completed, and we'll just have to complete the job with a tiny bit of the progress not finished, because we have to acknowledge that this paint thing is just not going to resolve itself, so we'll just have to leave it at that. Now it's asking us to put in a dark panel floor, so I'm presuming this is to do with this kitchen section. It's got itself a little bit confused because we've knocked through. I think the two rooms were being treated separately and now it's treating them the same, but it's mixed up some of the requirements, I think. So what we will do is we will leave it at that and just proceed. So that's the flooring. There's you really want me to change the flooring in here? Okay, I'll do it. Against my better judgment, I will change the flooring here as well. Okay, right, it's happy with that. So that unifies this space. Okay, right, so let's see, what do we need to put in? It wants us to put in 5 blinds. Do we have? Yes, we have 5 windows. So let's scroll this down a little bit. So you want 5 Roman blinds. So let's go for white and by many. And we'll put 1, 2, 3 there, 4 and 5. Right, so now we need to start assembling. That's going to take us a while, isn't it? 5 blinds, but once it's all up, it's going to look great, isn't it? There we go. That's number 1. And then let's try it with the second one. And let's get some nice progress done on this job today. There we go. That's one more, and we've just got a couple more over here, and then we can start trying to figure out how to get all the furniture in and see what this kitchen is going to look like. As the old units were very dilapidated, we even had doors and things falling off, and it wants a couple of narrow curtains, so I would imagine these are to go over these windows. So let's put one there. So we're using both the blind and the curtain on these windows. And then we want another one of those. Let's go for the white again, and let's pop that one up here. Let's attach that bar and curtains. Beautiful. Let's start moving in some of the pieces, shall we? Let's start with the table and do the dining room area, shall we? Let's turn that to fit here, and then we want some chairs to go with that. How many chairs are we having? We're going to be having 4 chairs. Okay, So 1, 2. Let's move the chair table up a little. Then we're going to need a little more. I think this is actually a lot of big pieces of furniture for a very small space. Oh, I'm stood in the spot where the chair's trying to go, aren't I? There we go. That is an awful lot of furniture for a very tiny space. I would have gone for something a little bit smaller in the chair department personally for the size of the space, but this is a job that we're doing for somebody else, so we need to be doing it the way that they want it. So in here we're going to want quite a few cabinets because she wants a nice cosy usable kitchen. Right, do we have any corner units? No. Right, so we want, let's grab one of these. So I think that will work quite nicely. So we want, one of these, and then we want the sink, I think. There we go. And then we've got, we want one of these. Let's put this here, if I can get it. There we go. And then I think let's try and put this in. And then if we look what other floor pieces we've got 2 of these. So if we put one, 2. Is that all the is that all of those? Yes, it is. So with details I want to be in a paler wood, I think, to match. This wants to go there, I think, and then we've got a fridge. I think we want to go with an L, can we go with elm and white? Yeah. And then this can go here. And then we need a couple of hanging units, I think. We just want one of these, yes? And what else have we got? 2 of these. We want the wood to be a paler wood, yeah. We want 2 of these. So 1, 2. And what else do we need? Ah, the cooker hood, right. That's huge, right, we definitely can't leave the cooker where we've currently put it. Right, so what I think we need to do is we need to move this to where will it fit? It'll fit there. I think we're definitely going to need to put the cooker in a different spot. I think we need the cooker on the outside wall, I really do. Like this. And then the hood, being a really big one, is going to go on the exterior wall, you see there then, like. So let's put that quite high up. Then we need to move these up. What else are we missing then from in here? Oh, just spotlights, that's good. We can do that. Right, so let's put one there, one over here, one over there, and one over there. Like so. So that's everything done except for the weird painting thing, which we've already acknowledged just isn't quite working somehow. So that's all of the pieces that we need in our kitchen. Beautiful. And our dining room. Lovely. So now we can move on to the second half of the build. So this originally probably would have been the dining room area in the original house. But I think we're going to be turning this into an extra bedroom now, as it's got this little closet off the side of it, so this is definitely a bedroom now. So we want curtains up here. So we've got white walls, so let's use the white curtains again. We've been using white curtains in quite a few places, so we'll stay consistent and keep everything uniform as we go through. And then we'll just do this bedroom here. Nice. Right, so we want a double bed, so I think probably this wall to set the double bed against. Right, so it's a pretty floral white bed. Actually, I quite like that, the way it already looks. Let's go for that, shall we? Let's back it up to the wall as close as it will go. There we go. I think that's fairly central. We want two of the units to go at the side of the bed. So the first one there, and the second one nicely placed close to it. We want a couple of lamps. Let's go for the lily shade to match the little accents on the bedding. It's about the closest match, the lily one to the purple on the bedding, so we'll use those. And there's an armchair. Right, got the white one there, yes. So where will that fit quite nicely? In fact, let's just tuck it in there like so. Somewhere to sit if you want to read or to just pop your socks on and your slippers in the morning. There we go. Nice, neat little floral bedroom. Not a lot of fuss. Keep it all nice and simple. Beautifully done. Very simple and easy, isn't it? Then we're going to have a second little bedroom in here. And again, we're going for the white paint. So we'll paint across here quite quickly. Let's make this nice and neat. Not forgetting inside all the window sills. Quite a small room, so it won't take us too long to paint it. So we're going for a double bed again. So once we put in a double bed, there's probably not going to be a lot of space left in the room. So there's not going to be a lot of other things being added in here. This one's probably going to be a spare room, I would imagine, because I think the other one was a lot bigger. But as it's an older lady retiring, the suggestion was that family would come to visit, so she would definitely need space for a spare room. And that, I think, is the paint done here. So let's get rid of the cell tool. We're not building walls. Come on, Kitty, get your act together. I seem to be making a lot of mistakes recently, don't I? Right, so we've got, oh yes, that looks quite nice. I think we'll just go for that as is. That will fit quite nicely into our style. So let's put it beneath the bed, beneath the window on this wall, if I can position it properly. There we go. And we want a nice little wardrobe. Let's leave it in the wood to match the bed. Let's pop this on the wall here in the corner, and then a couple of bedside tables again. We need to rotate those because the drawer's at the back there, so that's at the front. There we go, that's one, and a second one, if I can get my position. Oh great, this is not... Okay, it doesn't seem to want to fit. Right, come on, let's just put... Right, let's put it down for now. We're going to have to move the wardrobe because we're having trouble with access, aren't we? So let's put that in there. Put that in there. Let's put you here. Let's try putting that back now. There we go. And that is the second of the bedrooms. This is the spare room for when she has guests coming. So I think that will be the end of today's episode. So that's the blinds put up in this bedroom, which completes this part of the job. We've done everything in this room. Very simple for the spare guest room. And then if we go into here, the bathroom doesn't require us to do anything. They're happy with that. And then this final room over here, which is another bedroom, isn't actually asking us to do anything at all. So the game progress, I think, means we've done everything that the game is asking us to do. I think perhaps because we blocked off this wall, this has made an extra room. So the furniture that's gone in this room probably should have gone into this room, and that's just confused the game slightly, I think. So I think this particular house, depending on the choices that you make, the game has gone slightly wonky on this one, perhaps. So I think we're completed now, so let's just have a quick look at the house as it's all finished up. They've got one room that's not been touched, didn't need to be touched. So this leads us back into the living room area, which I think is the nicest room of this particular build. And we still had the problem with the painting, which we couldn't rectify. Everything's in the kitchen, so everything is now completed except that little painting problem. And yeah, this is definitely my favourite room of the house. So this completes this job. So let's end this one and take a look at the photographs for the before and after. Like I say, that room is absolutely the best one, I think, of the whole place. That bedroom's quite nice though as well, quite like that. The outside, we didn't need to do anything to it, so there'll be no difference in those pictures. So that's this job completed. So I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. From SoftKitty99, goodbye and happy gaming!